Good evening and welcome to UI Kai's 47th anniversary fundraising event. I am Jennifer Masuda, UI Kai's Executive Director. What a year this has been for all of us. COVID-19 created challenges for everyone. For UI Kai, the pandemic forced us to act quickly, to adapt and improvise and to overcome, to continue to provide services for our seniors and the community. And while the demand for resource assistance for food, housing, caregiving, and wellness checks drastically increased, our revenues came to a sudden halt. This became a real concern, and we had to ask the question, how will we be able to continue to sustain services? Well, we have experienced the true meaning of it takes a village. Our small but mighty organization that is UI Kai is navigating through the pandemic. We are finding ways not just to survive, but to thrive. And it is because of you, all of you. There are too many to name, but to give you an idea of our village, it's our generous supporters, donors, and grantors. It is our Nothing is Gonna Stop Us staff. It is our dedicated volunteers. It is our supportive board of directors at UI Kai, resilient community of Japantown. It is the wonderful city of San Jose and the great county of Santa Clara. So we are here tonight to express our Kansha, our gratitude. The impact that you have made on UI Kai has enabled us to realize things that were only dreams and wishes. So we are excited for the future and hope that all of you will continue to be part of UI Kai for the years to come. And now it is with my pleasure to introduce to you the MC for this evening's program, NBC Bay Area's weekday morning traffic anchor, Mike Inouye.
So good afternoon, good evening, folks. Be here, and now you should see me. If you still don't see me, let me explain what's going to have to happen. Is for those who are minimally versed in Zoom, up in the upper right corner, probably on your screen, if everybody's version is the same, you can look at the options for viewing. There's standard, there's side-by-side speaker, side-by-side gallery. I'm told that if you watch by side-by-side speaker, everything should probably operate really well. Now, another note that we have is that you can click on the chat button down at the bottom. That'll open up a chat screen, and you can also send notes to the whole team over here. So if you're having trouble seeing or hearing anything, go ahead and get out over there. I'm getting some hellos from my friends behind the scenes. Hi, Derek. Good to see you, and everybody else out there. So if we don't hear a problem, we're going to keep moving on, and I hope everybody's doing well. We're looking at what we're going to have for the fundraising event today. And I'm glad that this slide here says fundraising event or online finale. The virtual part is there because we've come to know it as that, but I want to tell you, it's not a virtual event like one that's a figment of a computer's synthesis. This is an actual finale. We're having it right here, and we're so glad you can be here. And it is live, as you can tell, because you can hear it right on cue. My dog just started barking, so bear with me. We're all working and playing from home these days. We hope that can change. But UI Kai has done so much this year, as Jen said, to adapt to the situation, and let's celebrate some of that as well as look toward the future. UI Kai is especially grateful to be here tonight to celebrate the conclusion of a successful fundraising event, having survived what we honestly hope has been the worst of this pandemic. And with everybody's help, we continue to make great strides in the great communal sense, wearing the masks and, of course, helping our friends get vaccines. But with an outlook we know for sure is bright for the future. We all have that bright outlook as we look toward what changes are ahead for the globe as well as for UI Kai. Now, due to the pandemic, I have to tell you, the pandemic shut everything down, as you know, and we couldn't be together in the San Jose Buddhist Church gym, catching up with old friends, maybe sharing a toast or two, a buffet meal, live entertainment. But the event committee has done their darndest to reimagine this celebration. It's still a multifaceted fundraiser, yes, fundraiser, remember that. That includes a bento fundraiser earlier this week, a Golden Wish campaign, and that continues through the rest of the month or through this weekend, and an opportunity drawing We're going to conclude that tonight. We're going to be live tonight, and we're going to announce those winners as well. So bear with us, folks, and I hope you bought your tickets. Lots of prizes to give away. The objective of this annual fundraising event, if I need to remind you, is to raise funds that will enable UICAI to maintain and to evolve the services as they continue to do, to adapt to the needs and to add additional capabilities and to maintain the facilities. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. But on our next slide, we're going to talk about what's to come this night here. The committee's planned a brief but hopefully engaging program to celebrate 47 years of friendship and love. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the kanji, that's friendship and love in the kanji for UICAI. Starting with a few congratulatory messages from our local dignitaries, then we're going to share our fundraising goals and status, give you a little update there. And then we're going to hear from just a few of the founding members of what became this organization. We're going to hear from Chris and Dan Kubo, and followed by some messages of Kansha, or gratitude, as Jen has told you. That's this year's theme. We'll then move on to a live segment where volunteers will be polling and announcing the winners of the opportunity drawing right in front of your eyes. You just saw Jen over there at UICAI. They are still at the building. That building continues to operate. We'll talk again about that a little bit more as well. And then we're going to close the program with one final look at the Golden Wish results. We're hoping for some astounding numbers thanks to all of you. So that's great. But for now, I think let's kick off the celebration with a few congratulatory messages.
Hi, I'm California State Senator Dave Cortese, wishing everyone at UICAI a very happy 47th anniversary. You have done so much as an organization for seniors and for others in the broader community. I know that as a former vice mayor of the city of San Jose. I know that as a county supervisor, and I know that as a state senator, and I'm here to stand with you and to help you every step of the way for another 47 years. Thank you so much. I appreciate the opportunity to extend my greetings.
I want to congratulate UICAI on your anniversary and thank you for the many decades of service to those in our community. I want to especially thank you for your loving, dedicated service to seniors in my district and throughout San Jose. I look forward to our continued partnership for many years to come, and again, congratulations.
Happy 47th anniversary to UICAI. It has been such an honor to watch the amazing work you've been doing for years and years. UICAI does more with volunteers than almost any organization I can think of, and making sure that our seniors have nutritious food and box lunches and all you managed to do during COVID-19. I'm really here to say thank you. Thank you to UICAI, your volunteers, and in honor of all the seniors that you work with. I know you're going to keep doing amazing, amazing work for decades to come.
Welcome. My name's Sam Liccardo. I'm the mayor of the city of San Jose. You know, for 46 years, UICAI has been serving our community seniors, about 3,000 of them every year, in so many incredibly important ways that help sustain the health of our seniors as they age. Nutrition and social programs and classes and art and all the other ways that we know are essential to healthy living. In their 47th year, UICAI has done seemingly the impossible, penetrating the isolation and loneliness that so many of us, particularly our seniors, feel during this pandemic. I wanted to say thank you to the staff, volunteers, and to the donors of UICAI for sustaining our community during this very difficult time. And we look forward to another 47 great years of service.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's virtual event celebrating UICAI's 47th anniversary. My name is Raul Perales, and I'm the council member for District 3 in San Jose, which encompasses the downtown core and all its surrounding neighborhoods, including Japantown. It is my pleasure to join in celebrating the accomplishments and hard work UICAI has put forward for members of our community, especially those living in and around our Japantown community. UICAI is a nonprofit senior center with a variety of services for seniors 50 and over that are geared towards promoting healthy aging, successful independent living, and to advocate for all seniors while embracing Japanese American traditions and empowering seniors to age well and thrive. During this pandemic, there is no doubt that our older adults have been especially impacted, and the need for services and support has definitely grown. UICAI has worked to fulfill this need by serving the seniors in our community through activities, exercises to stay active, and access to lunches through their brown bag partnership with Second Harvest. They have also continued to serve our senior population by connecting seniors to resources like access to housing, food, and medical care. I want to applaud and thank the entire staff at UI and all of your volunteers for their continued dedication to identify and serve the needs of our senior community during these difficult times. Thank you again to everyone for joining tonight and supporting UI. Enjoy the event.
Hello, my name is Mike Honda, and I just wanted to express a word of appreciation to the staff of UI, both present and the past. UI has served a very critical function to make sure that the nutritional needs of our seniors are met, especially those who are shut-ins and have limited ability to move around and get around. So to the staff, I want to say thank you. And to the leadership and the board, thank you very much for your expression of constant compassion and affection for the seniors of our community. One other thing is the advocacy that you have done in terms of providing nutritional meals for them that is commensurate to their taste and to their culture. Because in the beginning, the people who started Meals on Wheels, the best of their ability to provide services, they didn't know how to provide services in the context of the culture and of the context of the kinds of foods that we enjoy. And our food is just as nutritional as any other fare of foods. So again, to the leadership, to the board, and to the everyday staff, thank you so much for paying attention and giving the compassion and the affection and the attention to seniors of our community.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Toru Maeda, Consul General of Japan in San Francisco. Congratulations to the UI Japanese American Community Service on their 47th anniversary. I'd like to commend Board of Directors President Jane Kawasaki, Executive Director Jennifer Masuda, UI staff and volunteers for the hard work and dedication for the well-being of the Japanese and Japanese American seniors. Every time I come to San Jose, Japantown, or join the events hosted by the San Jose Japanese American community, mostly virtually these days, I always feel and enjoy a strong sense of community. I see individuals of all generations involved in its activities and events here. Now I've realized through these experiences that UI must have contributed a lot to this multi-generational unity. Through volunteer works at UI, younger generations help seniors continue to be active and healthy, and at the same time can learn from them about the culture and tradition that are important to the Japanese American community. I wish the UI a continued success in making seniors healthy and active, and thereby contributing to the solidarity of the Japantown in San Jose. Thank you very much.
And we thank you as well, Consul General. You saw quite that parade of dignitaries there. We are going to keep moving on here as we're talking about an anniversary celebration, which has to have food, right? We are a community that does that. And so for this 47th anniversary, we were especially excited to be able to serve over 1,000 gourmet bento meals that not only supported UI, but also helped support the businesses involved. There are two wonderful local Japanese American owned businesses. We're talking about, listen up, Kyoto Palace Japanese Steakhouse and R&J Toffees. One is a main dish and one is a dessert, but you can decide which is which because we are zooming it all in anyway. Everything is up to you. Thanks to the law offices of Tosh G. Yamamoto for sponsoring the over 1,000 R&J Toffee desserts that were included in each meal. You can thank them for that when you consider what law offices you may consult. And a special thanks to Kimino Drinks for donating the sparkling juice beverages for the bento meals, as well as the opportunity drawing. Yes, you'll get a chance to win some of their wonderful beverages. And it's also a special treat for our nutrition program participants. We don't skimp on them. They get the good stuff, right? So as we move on to the next slide, we're talking about the opportunity drawing fundraiser here. Folks, look at these prizes. These are the top 3 prizes. Over 5,500 opportunity drawing tickets were sold over the past month. We thank you all for contributing and for being a part of that. And we will be drawing the winning tickets later in this program. Yes, as you see on this slide, there are 30 prizes, and we will be talking about each and every one of those. So do stick around, and thank you again for all of your support. Now, as we move on to the next slide, we're talking about another program here, which is the Golden Wish Campaign. Look at these 3 important pictures because we're talking about 3 sections. The Golden Wish Campaign this year has an ambitious goal of $75,000. We need all of you to help meet that goal. This will enable UICAI to cover some critical and extraordinary costs that are over and above ongoing annual expenses. Let me explain why. It's not just the pandemic, folks. This is, it's a long-running operation. This is the 47th anniversary, and of topmost focus is to resolve the reliability issues with the elevator in the 3-story main building. If you've been to UICAI, you know how critical that elevator is to transporting folks up and down to the activities. Many of our seniors are in wheelchairs, walkers, and they can't even access some of the needed services without that elevator. We want it to be reliable. We want it to be dependable. We don't want it to be something that is a concern. Now, we transport the takeout meals as well, which have become so much more important nowadays as we've had the takeout meals and the food program that continues. So that elevator is also responsible for getting the food down for delivery or for distribution to the bottom floor. It needs to be working. It needs to be reliable, and it just needs to be. It's got, well, increasingly jerky behavior. And while that happens to me as I'm getting older as well, I can make up excuses, but we can't have an excuse for that for the elevator. So there's been experiencing outages with greater frequency, and originally we thought the elevator could be upgraded, I guess, fixed and improved a bit for about $50,000, but a subsequent formal quote brought bad news, and it actually doesn't just need upgrading, it has to be completely replaced. They have to replace the entire elevator. The transition to more delivered meals during the pandemic, which again, we talked about that, has been resulting in an increase in costs to maintain the UICAI delivery vehicles as well. Remember, they don't just open their front door, they go to other people's front doors as well, getting much needed nutrition to UICAI members, and they are helping that with the vehicles, but the vehicles have to get there and back $20,000 per year just to maintain the vehicles. And they're getting more usage, as we said now. And finally, the current simple gates, which you see in the 3rd picture, they're the simple and pretty gates on the side of the building, sort of as a privacy thing, but now they have to get actual security gates. And unfortunately, there have been increasing incidents of vandalism and intrusion. It's for the safety of the property, but even more important, it's for the security of those who are working at UICAI and those who are visiting UICAI for whatever reason, service is provided, and we need to make sure everybody does maintain that safe community. So we need to upgrade those gates as well. So we do have a special Golden Wish related announcement. Next slide gives a little bit of a peek at that, but I'll just read the run up here. Meeting the goal of $75,000 is crucial, but we do have one big chunk taken care of, okay? A Golden Wish project costs are $75,000 in total, and they're available for help from you on this GoFundMe site. So please do go to that site you see on the screen, or you can click on it in the chat. Hatsumi, I think, is adding to that to the chat, so we thank her for doing all that work behind the scenes. You can also do something which is old school, but very reliable. You can actually bring a check to the UICAI. The address is 588 North 4th Street in San Jose's Japantown, 95112. You could mail it as well, but UICAI 588 North 4th Street, San Jose, any denomination is of great help to us. And we want to thank also to the generosity of Mr. and Mrs. Ray Matsumoto. Here's UICAI board member Steve Yamamoto.
Hello, my name is Steve Yamamoto, and I'm a volunteer board member of UICAI. It is my pleasure to introduce Ray and Lucy Matsumoto. We have asked Ray to say a few words. Before Ray begins, I wanted to share a few of my thoughts about the Matsumotos. The Matsumotos have been longtime supporters of UICAI, major financial contributors. In fact, they recently made a significant donation to the Golden Wish Capital campaign, helping fund the elevator replacement. But also they promote and attend our fundraising events, which is really neat. They want to set an example and encourage others in the community on how everyone can help support UI Kai. We often reach out to the Matsumotos for guidance, advice, and community insight, how to proactively advance activities at UI Kai. They both have been longtime local residents, Lucy originally from San Juan Bautista and Ray from San Jose. Both Ray and Lucy are community-oriented, not only supporting UI Kai, but active in the San Jose Buddhist Church and JACO. I was fortunate to have met the Matsumotos over 25 years ago, and since then, we meet every few months to discuss issues and concerns for UI Kai. A constant theme of our meetings, strategic thinking, long-term planning, execution are blueprints for success. They use this philosophy to successfully grow their business, Gardenland. They founded Gardenland over 50 years ago. It is my pleasure to introduce Ray Matsumoto. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ray Matsumoto. I was born and raised right here in San Jose when the population was only 75,000 and there were a lot of orchards and farms. Jennifer Masuda asked me why Lucy and I give to UI Kai. You cannot stop the clock. Every day we get older. I am 90 and getting close to 91. I have been a member of UI Kai for a long time. UI Kai has been serving the community for 47 years with a lot of volunteers, donations, and county funds to support the staff and general operations. With the reduction of county funds, it is up to us to donate to keep UI Kai operating. The original elevator at UI Kai has been repaired numerous times and is about 30 plus years old. Just like a car, how long would you drive it? The 30 plus year old elevator has to be replaced. This is just one example why Lucy and I give to the UI Kai. As we all age, we will all need to use the elevator in the future. Like I said at the beginning, you cannot stop the clock. We get older every day.
Well, Ray says you can't stop the clock, but he looks exactly the same every time I see him. Well, thank you very much to the Matsumotos, and thank you to Steve for that wonderful introduction. So you see how important it is to give, because as he said, you got to look at that like your car, right? You wouldn't drive that forever. Everything needs maintenance, okay? Now, also, what everything needs is an origin. And we have here Dan Kubo and Chris Yasuda, well, originally Chris Yasuda, now Chris Kubo, who were part of a group of young Asian American students who helped launch an Asian American Studies program at San Jose State University in the 60s and early 70s. That was a time of great growth and change and empowerment here in the South Bay, of course, but in the United States as well. And a very powerful young Japanese American community emerged and made such things happen. They formed Asians for Community Action, ACA, whose members engaged with community leaders in Japantown to create positive change in the community. That's what we're talking about, not just change, but positive change. And they engaged the community leaders in Japantown to address the needs of those who had suffered from discrimination, helped trying to smooth the roadway forward for those who had blazed the trails that we have been on. So one of the focus areas of ACA was the Issei project. For those unfamiliar, Issei is first generation Japanese in America. And that's the name of the program, of course, which initiated the programs and activities, and they helped listen to and serve the needs of seniors in the community. So that became more formalized. It became the foundation for projects that kept growing and eventually formed the roots for the UI Kai. So let's hear from Chris and Dan Kubo on their reminiscences about the early days.
This is Dan and Chris Kubo, and we'd like to speak a little bit about UI Kai.
Here's a little history and perspective on how UI Kai came about. In the Asian American Studies program at San Jose State that started in 1970, there was a communities class that was taught by several people, George Wu and Tsukasa Matsueda, to name a few. They taught us various aspects of the dynamics and the needs of the communities that ultimately led us to now go out there and do something about it. During that time, We are part of Asians for Community Action, or ACA, a student-led organization that started working on various programs including youth, elderly, prisons, mental health, and social services. We reached out, visited, listened, interacted, tried to find out where and what kind of need we could help with. We held concerts and mochitsukis to fund these projects.
In a few years, we felt the need to focus on one area, something that was necessary to meet the needs of the aging in the community. It became apparent that a program that served the seniors would be most helpful. It was amazing how the community came together, representatives from social services, to the churches and the Gardeners Association, and many others who met with us monthly to develop the structure of the Senior Center. We made contacts with the Social Services Department of Santa Clara County and planned opportunities for social gathering, organized volunteers to take seniors to appointments, as well as take part in activities and events sponsored by community organizations, along with discussions and collaborations with East Bay Japanese for Action and Kimochi. The San Jose Japantown community pulled together for a common cause and rallied to have these marvelous programs. It was so inspirational to work with everyone intergenerationally. It was a shining example of how a community works.
We are the children of the migrant worker. We are the offspring of the concentration camp. Sons and daughters of...
Outstanding stuff, and a great just little sampling of all the different things that came together. And you ask your friends about that formative years. Now, 47 years later, after all this is formed and been maintained, UIKai's services continue to be valued by the seniors and those who care about them throughout the Japantown and Japanese American community in San Jose, and far beyond. Actually, the ripples extend, as evidenced by this recent KQED video and messages of Kansha, gratitude.
UIKai serves the San Jose Japantown community, specifically the seniors, but we are open to all ages. COVID-19 has dramatically affected most nonprofits that operate senior centers, specifically because it is the highest risk category. We had to think about how to extend our services externally. We continue to operate our senior nutrition program. It has not stopped since the start of the pandemic.
We do serve mostly Asian-inspired foods, definitely a mix of delicious, hot, prepared meals of all kinds. We used to serve our lunches inside the dining room as a congregate meal site. But since the pandemic, to still provide lunches to the seniors in a safe manner, we package all of our meals. We have moved outside as a to-go operation. Most of them will be picked up by seniors or seniors' families, and a lot of them will be delivered by a couple of our drivers from here.
We are serving 400 more meals a month than usual, so there's an extreme need.
The lunch program since COVID has been really great.
I would say, I think if you come, you'll really enjoy it.
You know, we are going through something new, something that there is no guidebook to survive. So we're writing it. We're writing history. Everyone needs to ask, what can I do to help?
I'm Jim.
I'm Keiko.
We are members of the Japantown Lions Club, and our motto is "We Serve," which has special meaning to San Jose, Japantown, and to the UIKai in particular.
I'm Doug. I'm also in the Japantown Lions. 2021 is going to be the 10th anniversary of our Lions Foundation. 2020 was difficult for all of us. For many months in the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic, we couldn't serve anyone. So finally being able to help our seniors with meal delivery, brown bag food distribution, and we hope Tex Prep has not only let us help UIKai, but it's allowed us to get to know many of the seniors in the Japantown community. And that's been truly therapeutic for us as well. So we're incredibly thankful for our ability to help in any way we can.
I'm Daryl.
And I'm Shoko. UIKai is and has been a special place to the community with dedicated and hardworking staff
providing many valuable services to the community. As Japantown Lions, we look forward to our continued support of UIKI.
Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Setsa Sano, and I've been a member of UIKI since 2018. I'm able to make new friends, play bingo, attend casino trips, and do regular exercise. UIKI provides healthy meals for everyone, and the staff has been most supportive and very caring. This organization has meant a lot to me, as they have provided a place for me to do these things. During COVID, we are unable to meet in person. However, UIKI has provided Zoom capabilities, which I have learned to use. Through the contacts I have made, I was able to become a docent at the Japanese American Museum in San Jose. I'm grateful that San Jose provides this organization, Japanese community, for seniors to attend. I relocated from Southern California, and it is wonderful to be able to have this opportunity. I hope this organization can continue for many future generations. I'm thankful that they recognize the needs of seniors to have these social connections. Thank you.
I've worked, volunteered, and have been a UIKI member for more than 20 years. I always have been welcomed at UIKI and have made many friends. I've enjoyed the many activities such as karaoke, odori, and the exercise classes. The UIKI lunch delivery provides me with a tasty and nourishing meal daily, and I look forward to it. UIKI means the world to me.
And you mean the world to us as well, Ms. Sonata. Looking over here toward the other people who mean the world to us as well, you saw how the giving actually helps the givers as well, right? That's the way things go. So we're giving you a chance tonight to feel like true community members. Gold in this opinion on this slide. Look at this. UIKI would not be here now without the support of so many people and organizations in this community. But for this 47th anniversary, we recognize and we thank these folks on the screen who are our major sponsors who have made significant contributions to help UIKI meet its fundraising objectives for this event. These gold sponsors contributed $2,000 or more to this event. The top name there, Brian and Sachi Iwashita. We've already heard Iwashita for those of you who joined us and talked about the JCC, the Chamber of Commerce for Japantown and the needs for that Nikkei lantern. So folks, continue to give. We thank all of you on this screen here. Ray and Lucy, we heard from them regarding the elevator as well. On the next screen, after we honor those names, we're looking at our silver level sponsors for their contributions. Silver is a very specific window from $1,000 to $1,999.99. That's just shy of $2,000. So I would hate to hear if someone was just 1 penny shy of that next demarcation. So, you get a chance for next year, but thank you to all the folks you see on this screen as well. And we know the law offices of Toshiji Yamamoto also helped out with that toffee. Now here we have our bronze sponsors, AARP. That's the name of the organization. It's no longer an acronym. And the rest over here, including Joyce Iwasaki, we know our friends there, and Jen Masuda, who you heard from in the beginning, and we'll see them as well toward the end. So folks are helping out in so many different ways. Thank you to the bronze sponsors of $500 or more for this event. And of course, we want to give a little shout out to a few more organizations, some key supporters, and a public service announcement as well. Right here on this screen, we heard from the San Jose Japantown Lions Club. We give them a shout out and their mission there to do service, as they have been doing for UIKI and the San Jose Japantown community with volunteer work and contributions for the last decade since 2011. LNL Hawaii supporting UIKI with donations and specialties like mochiko chicken. Oh yeah, crunchy and so delicious for numerous occasions. And then we're going to hear from Kimino US and Care Research Registry, but I'm going to let them do their own messages.
50年以上前から柚子を作っていた産地なので、15人の仲間と柚子の組合を作って柚子の普及に努めながら柚子販売をしています。
Did you know Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders are among the least represented in research projects? But that can change with your help. CARE is a research registry. If you are Asian American or Pacific Islander age 18 or older, sign up for the registry. It is free, confidential, and you can withdraw at any time. There are many research questions that you, your family, and your community can help answer.
We got a little sneak peek. There they are over at UICAI. That's right, Jane and Jen over there, and all of our friends who are working hard. This is the opportunity drawing, folks. It's time. It's time. We have our satellite. Look at that, our satellite bureau over there, and we had a quick commercial. This is like a real television telethon, guys. So make sure, folks at home, that you do contribute to that Golden Wish campaign. Now, UICAI committee members, Joyce Morihito, you see Joyce there. Amy Yoshida, you might see her as well walking around, and we see Jane over there as well. They're pulling the grand prize, second prize, and third prize tickets first. We're going to put them securely into sealed envelopes behind them. They don't let me touch anything. That way we know everything will be a true and honest competition here for those opportunities. Then they're going to draw and announce the winners for the remaining 27 prizes. I've already talked too long. We're behind schedule. So please watch the chat for those names to be communicated as they're announced. Listen for your friends. Call them, text them, and let them know. And then at the end of the event, the list of prize winners will be displayed, but the winners will be contacted after the event to coordinate pickup for the delivery of the prizes. Jane is out there. Jane, it looks like you got that first prize pulled, right? Is that right?
Yes. First
right on.
prize is in the bag.
In the bag and up on the board to be seen, just like a magic trick. These envelopes will never leave your sight. We're looking at the second prize as well, and then the final third prize up there. We want to thank our prize donors: Pilar Zatarain, Jared Maruyama, Tori Ueda Sakurai, Thursday Craft Group, Monday Craft Group, Eva Yamamoto, Julie and Kevin Hubbard, Joyce Morihito, Kovia Kimino, Seiko Edwards, Rose Tsunekawa, and Jenny Shikashio. I said that Jeannie last time too. It's Jenny. All right. So you guys have got those three prizes. Is that right?
Yes, the three prizes are in the envelopes.
All right.
Now
So
we're starting to announce.
you might not hear your name for 27 more, but rest assured that means that you have a chance to have been in those envelopes at the top. Let's go for prize number 4, the Mickey Mouse Collectibles, donated by Jared Maruyama, a freelance illustrator. Remember that for your freelance illustration needs. Jane?
And the winner is Yoshiko Yamashita.
Yoshiko Yamashita. Her name will be in the chat. And of course, that's the winner. Next on to prize number 5, an Electrolux Ultraflux vacuum cleaner. Electrolux is a name that is often associated when you're looking at quality vacuum cleaners, and Ultraflex, I think, is probably Tori Ueda Sakurai, the donor, a very flexible person doing yoga, right? I'm making that up. Go ahead, Jane.
And the winner is Brian Rodriguez.
All right, Brian Rodriguez. Good to see you. Good. Next up, prize number 6.
Our staff member. A staff member.
Oh, staff member. Then the fix might be in, folks. Stick around. We'll see if this levels out the playing field. All right. It's nice to know the staff members also contribute to this fundraising. Now we're going to have prize number 6, the basket of arts and crafts, coasters, potholders, hot pads, photo albums, face masks, all kinds of stuff, quality stuff, created by our Thursday Craft Group. So Jane, I think you've got the winner there.
Ed Ikeda. Ed Ikeda.
Ed Ikeda. All right. Good. Next winner up is vintage silk kimono bed coverlet set. This is prize number 7. This is created and made by Eva Yamamoto. You'll hear her name a lot. These are beautiful items. Silk kimono bed coverlet, and
the winner is Teruo Hashiguchi.
Hashiguchi-san. All right. Hashiguchi is the last name. Check that chat, and these names are being added to the chat window as we speak. If you are having trouble seeing them, make sure you let them know. We're moving on to prize number 8, Star Wars Afghan. Truly a Japanese-American symbol here because we love our sci-fi. Monday Craft Group has created that. It's a Star Wars Afghan, and Jane, you have the winner.
Marty Ueda Tao.
Hey, all right, Marty Ueda Tao. I know the Ueda Taos by name. Hope to know them by in person soon, but we haven't been that way in the temple recently. We know this, Julie and Kevin Hubbard, and they've gone to their cupboard to get A bottle of wine. This is prize number 9, Perucci 2016 Red Blend. Makes my face red, Jane, but you're giving it to someone else.
And the winner is Charles Okita.
Okitas, we're going over to your house and we're going to sit on the porch, socially distanced, and share that bottle of wine. Or perhaps we're going to the next person's house for this Fenestra 2015 Cabernet Sauvignon, also donated by Julie and Kevin Hubbard. What do you have, Jane?
And Taniguchi.
All right, the Taniguchi. So we're going to have a rolling party there, I think. Now over here, this is great. I love this. When you take the rice sack, right, and you make stuff with it. My friend had some shorts made with it, basketball shorts. And over here, we have an apron created by Eva Yamamoto. And we have a Santo gift certificate that was donated by Joyce Morihiro. Thank you for doing the drawing as well as donating the gift certificate. Prize number 11, Jane.
Alex Kato.
All right, Katos. Next up is prize number 12, 2, not just 1, 2 vintage silk obi pillows. These are beautiful, folks. I hope you can see these on your screen. Created and crafted by Eva Yamamoto. These are beautiful handmade items. Again, vintage silk obi made into pillows. Jane, who do you have these for?
Gary and Marianne Yasutake.
Oh, 2 people, 2 pillows. All right. They can have one each. You don't have to share.
Hers.
But you do have to share this. Vintage silk kimono fabric lap quilt. This is beautiful. Look at the wave on here. Oh my gosh. Also created by Eva, designed by EVA, right? Red waves, folks. Who's this going to, Jane?
Ken Ueda.
Say Ken Ueda?
San Jose.
All right, San Jose's own. Next up, we have a Hamilton Beach juice extractor. Extracting the juice. We extracted this donation from Covia. Thank you so much. And who is this fancy item going to, Jane?
Grace Tanaka.
Grace Tanaka. Wow. Now, if you're sad because you didn't get the juicer, maybe you can get some juice or beautiful prizes donated by Kimino. We talked about this for the next 5, I believe. Prizes. We'll have the sparkling juice drinks by Kimino. So who do we have first with the Nikan and Lingo, tangerine and apple?
It goes to Norman Tanaka.
Norman Tanaka. All right. They're not going to call you Thirsty Norm anymore. Next up, prize 35, similar gift.
Aaron Imai Chong.
All right, Aaron, there you go. There are your fruit-flavored drinks. Next up, same thing, prize number 36. I'm sorry, prize number 17. That's slide 36 for you is behind the scenes. Go ahead, Jane.
Hey, Francis Ellis.
Francis Ellis. All right. Ningo and Mikam for you as well. Francis. Next up, prize 18. Another case of Kimino sparkling drinks. Oh, go ahead, Jane. Sorry.
Yoko Sato.
Yoko Sato. All right, Yoko. And we have one more case of Kimino sparkling juice drinks. So if you get to the store and they're not available, it's because we gave them all away. Should have come to UI Kai. All right, Jane,
Dale
who's opportunity?
Dale Sasaki.
Daryl Sasaki. All right, Daryl.
Dale.
All right, Dale. Sorry, Dale. Oh, Dale Sasaki. All right, Dale. Good. All right. We're moving on to, you'll be thirsty, so thirsty after golf. We're looking at prize number 20. This fabric quilt. It's predominantly purple, but it's got some beautiful colors here. Mrs. Seiko Edwards, I believe, didn't just donate it, but did Seiko create this, right? She's a handiwork of hers. This is beautiful, Jane. Who gets this? Who's lucky?
Lita A. Kurth.
All right. Outstanding. These are very good. Next up, again, by Seiko Edwards. This is a beautiful quilt as well. This one has predominantly yellow, but you know what it kind of reminds me of is when we make for the picnics, that layered rice and then the takuan, and then we put maybe some nori on the top. Yeah, and then furikake on top. So that's beautiful. I'm hungry again. My gosh. All right. Who's getting this?
The winner is Lori Kozen.
Lori Kozen. All right. These are familiar names. We're happy to have you as supporters, folks. Now, next up, we have this one. This is a red quilt, it says, also by Mrs. Seiko Edwards. I'm looking at this, though, and don't hold me to this. And, you know, anybody will be lucky to have it, but especially a 49er fan, I think. Right, Jane?
Winner is Alan Numoto. Is he
Alan Numoto. All right, Alan. I don't know your colors on the football field, so let's see. Now over here, this is not Green Bay. This is also green like the A's, all right? So let's stay in the Bay Area, and we're staying with Mrs. Seiko Edwards as well, who's been really working hard. I hope she takes a rest now after all this craftswomanship here. Jane?
And the winner is Walter Lowe.
Walter Lowe. All right, Walter. You'll get that beautiful quilt. Now over here, oh, who's this spokesmodel here? Doing double duty. We have a Japanese vest, it's women's medium, and Seiko Edwards also crafted this, and Jane's giving it to you right off her back. She's that giving. Jane, who are you giving it to?
Okay, and the winner is Gabby Soletter.
All right, Gabby, you got a Hunten style vest. Outstanding. Next up, we have prize number 25, a quilted oversized applique pillow. That doesn't mean the pillow's oversized. The applique is oversized. I think it looks perfect, actually, Jane.
And winner is Sharon Tsukiji.
Okay, Sharon Tsukiji. And that was also created and donated by Mrs. Seiko Edwards, just like this. 4 placemats. These are beautiful creations here. Set of 4 placemats by Mrs. Seiko Edwards. And this is going to the next person. They're pulling it out right now. Jane, you have the winner.
Mr. and Mrs. Wayne Mitsunaga.
Ah, Mr. and Mrs. Wayne Mitsunaga. Good, good. Now we've gone from a quilt to placemat, coming down to the coaster size. That means they're smaller items, but they are more numerous, so you've got more work to do. These are beautiful. My gosh, Mrs. Edwards, where do you get this fabric? All right, so Mrs. Seiko Edwards once again is donating this. Jane, who are we giving it to?
To S. Ikemoto.
Oh, Ikemoto's. All right. Next up is a baby futon. Now, if you, I'm not sure, I'm not a quilter, but a baby futon, if you care for it and feed it and it gets good rest, I think it'll grow into a big futon, right? I don't know. Don't hold me to that. All right, this is donated by Rose Tsunakawa and Jenny Shikashio. And I said Jenny, not Jeannie. Finally, I got it right once. Go ahead, Jane.
And the winner is Arlene Mori.
Arlene Mori. All right, Arlene. Okay, we're coming up on prize 29 for the general drawing. This is a baby futon blue, baby blue, but it's actually a bright blue. Also donated by Rose and Jenny. We appreciate their donation. And Jane, who's going to appreciate it the most?
Diane Okusako.
Oh, Diane Okusako. Outstanding, Diane. Good. This is, oh, prize number 30. I've been sitting here for a while. Could use this. Tatami Zabuton set. Traditional style. Husband and wife pair, but you divide it up however you want. If you're the winner, donated once again by Rose Tsunakawa and Jenny Shikashio. And this goes to prize number 30 winner, Jane.
Michael Yoshihara.
Hey, Michael Yoshihara. He can sit on that while he plays with the Wesley Jazz Band. Good stuff. All right. We're looking over here now. We've got these top 3 prizes. And you know, this is a Nick Bosa autographed jersey. Jane, I want to call out Pilar Zadarain, who has been a longtime supporter with her donations, of course, generously supports many of our community organizations. In 2019, in fact, folks might remember a Kevin Durant Warriors jersey for the UI Kai silent auction. That was also donated by Pilar. So that's really a giving sports fan who, well, first of all, last time Kevin Durant left, so let's hope it's not the same for Nick Bosa, who has a prize here. We'll keep him around. All right, Jane, go ahead. Who's gonna lead with this though?
The winner is Keiko Hanamoto.
Hanamoto-san. All right, that's a much longer name. We can only afford to put Bosa on the back of this one. All right, second prize. A little dad joke here. It cracks me up every time that this lines up really nicely. This is a Toto washlet. And it's a toilet seat, and it's prize number 2.
And
Sit at home and think about it. Go ahead, Jane.
Okay, and the winner is Lillian Kanzaki.
All right, all right. We're all going to be lining up to use that bathroom because that is a luxurious one. But you can do whatever you want with this money. Maybe fix up your bathroom or not. You're a lucky winner for the $1,500 for the cash, or for the prize, top prize here, the grand prize. Jane, who is this top winner?
A second prize for grand prize is the second prize that Diane Okusako is winning tonight.
Wow, double winner, double winner. All right. Well, Diane, you must have given generously to have that number of entries into that opportunity drawing. So thank you so much for all of your donations, folks, and thank you for being a part of this event. Now, we do have a total that's been raised, and I'm going to get that number, I think, in the chat for me, but we have this Golden Wish campaign we've talked about. With the efforts on this GoFundMe page, which will continue to receive money and tally money throughout this weekend, so it's not over yet. You can help out more. Maybe you didn't get a chance to donate beforehand. You can donate now. The need continues, and so please do continue that. We're looking at the winners again in the chat window, and then Jane, oh my gosh, we have it up on the screen there. Was that on the screen?
Oh, sorry, we missed the total on the Golden Wish.
Yeah, the Golden Wish was up on the screen there. All right, we're just shy of $50,000. It's $49,529 right now, and it's continued throughout the weekend. I saw how many people jumped on the call. It went from 59 people all the way to 85 in those last few minutes, just as we were starting this. So I know how our community is. We wait till the last minute and we go, oh my gosh, I forgot. Don't forget, get on there. This is the last minute. Get out there to the GoFundMe page, click on that link, and you can still donate to the Golden Wish campaign. I want to thank everybody for donating that as well and being a part of this. And I want to thank you, Jane and Jen and the rest of UI Kai for letting me be a part of this, because my Auntie Mary just passed away a couple weeks ago. She actually came to UI Kai, Mary Sasaki. She had helped serve lunches. She's helped bring people into the community, and the community gave so much back to her. And my family, of course, has benefited in so many generations from UI Kai's services, as well as the rest of Japantown. So thank you guys for helping me be a part of this. It really means a lot. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. We're sorry to hear about her passing, but yeah.
She had a great life because of you guys, yeah.
Yeah. Just I wanted to close by thanking all of the people who helped make this event possible. If you could back up one slide. Our committee members, our dedicated staff who pitched in even on top of all the work that they do all day for their regular jobs, our volunteers, the technical support team, the organizations that have supported us, and in particular JAMS is letting us use their Zoom account for this event, and J-Town Community TV created or put together all those videos for us, and we'll be putting the recording on J-Town TV. And last but not least, our wonderful Master of Ceremonies, Mike Inouye. So thank you. And thank all of you for, go to the next slide. Thank you all for participating in this event, as well as all of the ways that we've been trying to do our fundraising for the 47th annual celebration. So with that, we're going to close. So have a great evening, and thank you very much. And we look forward to another year.